and welcome to another episode of Extinct Bricks Rings! For this very special episode, we'll be featuring the LEGO custom Jurassic World Rhamphorhynchus. But before we head on with this video, please like, share, and subscribe and hit the notification bell. And to be able to support my channel, please do not skip on all the ads on all my videos. The guest SPECIE contest winners will be announced later on in this video, but for now, let's move on with the making of the Rhamphorhynchus. Now here is just a kid bass portion of the Rhamphorhynchus. You have here, several parts from LEGO, minifigure, random LEGO parts here, and also sculpted the neck with non-sag epoxy, equal parts of A and B. Now it's time for us to, paint this one. First up, I primered it with Boston Gray primer in number 68. And then I coated it with a thin coat of white. Probably use 2 or 3 coats on this one, just to make it really opaque. After this, I let it dry and then we move on with the colors on this Rhamphorhynchus. And now that it is already dry, it's time for us to paint in the colors. Okay, so let's put this aside and let's see what other references we would be looking at. So this is the Rhamphorhynchus by Mattel. I think it's a very colorful one with reds and also yellows on its wings, with a brownish body and head. Okay, so what we'll be needing, of course, would be some water, brushes, and then some acrylics. Let's start with the paint. So this particular brown is a mixture of burnt sienna, some dark green, and a little bit of white. Mix them all up together and you will achieve this, chocolatey color, and then will be applied on some parts of the head, the entire body, the tail, and then of course those arms for the wings. Since the wings are actually bendable, I would put in several coats of the brown colors on the wings so that it won't actually crack up. Okay. Although Mattel has no variation in terms of the coloration of the use of the brown on the body and the head, I wanted to have that lighter underbelly to it. So I mixed in some more white on the existing brown that we're using, and then painted them on the underside of this pterosaur, also on the underside of the neck. Now for some splash of color. So this is yellow, medium yellow, and then I'll be painting this on the entire wing. So if there are any mistakes and you happen to paint on the brown parts, just wipe them up with a wet towel. So continue on with this paint also on the underside as well. Once this is done, we'll be painting it the other half with a mixture of this type of yellow and some white, so that there will be also variation in colors. I find that the body of the Rhamphorhynchus is quite, boring. So The same colors on the underbelly will be used as, several scalings on the top of its topmost part of its body. So just dotting in several scales there. Also maybe on the parts of the head as well. So we'll be doing that. A little bit of information on the Rhamphorhynchus. It is actually a genus of long-tailed pterosaurs in the Jurassic period. Less specialized and contemporary short-tailed pterodactyloid pterosaurs such as Pterodactylus, it had a long tail stiffened with ligaments which ended up in a characteristic soft tissue tail vein. The mouth of Rhamphorhynchus housed needle-like teeth, which were angled forward, with a curved, sharp, beak-like tip lacking teeth, indicating a diet mainly of fish. The largest known specimen of Rhamphorhynchus monsteri measures around 1.26 meters long with a wingspan of 1.81 meters. Wow! And now for the reddish-orange parts. So this is a mixture of just red and yellow. More of the red actually, so it's more reddish-orange. So among the parts that will be painted of this color would be the ends of the tail. There you go. And also some markings on the wingspan. So we're just carefully painting on from the base of the wing here, going towards the end, with several irregular, splotches over here and there. And that's about it for our tutorial on the Rhamphorhynchus. I hope you guys enjoyed it and learned something from it. Now it's time for us to announce the Guess SPECIE contest winners, and we have 10 lucky picks, and here they are: Giovanno, Sonis, Smashosaurus Rex, Dan Liker 1, Kareem, Zara PKD, CS Figueroa, Comics, Toxila Petit, and Jurassic Bricks. Congratulations everyone, and of our top 10 winners: Jurassic Guy, Mr. T-Rex,
9,
Maxim Tascayon, Hunter Heat,
7,
Shannon Rose Amanda,
6,
Marvel Vecchia Tangkilisan,
5,
Mechanic Tiger,
4,
Rain Mark Nara, Ready 12 BMGO,
2,
MTG. Congratulations everyone, and I'll see you in the next Guess SPECIE contest. For those of you who'd like to join, here's how. Just click on the Extinct Bricks icon and it will lead you to the Extinct Bricks homepage. And in that homepage, just click on the community link and it will lead you to all my posts. And now we move on to the closer look of the Rhamphorhynchus. So we have here our high-flying Rhamphorhynchus. It's a different angle and I'm really liking it. Usher is viewing the Rhamphorhynchus from below. Well, this is actually based off from this particular design by Mattel. It has this brown and a reddish and also yellowish colors to it. Okay, so Usher will be coming back later for some size comparisons, and now we move on with a closer look of the Rhamphorhynchus. Okay, so let's take the Rhamphorhynchus out of its stand, but you can see here from the above sections that it is really colorful in a way. It is removable from its stand, and considering such a small size figure, it is actually really playable. I haven't told you that in the tutorial, or when I was actually finishing off with the painting on this one, I sprayed a thin coat of clear spray varnish on this one, so that whenever I would be playing with it, the paint won't actually chip off. Okay, so it has this, hole on the bottom, so that you can actually put a stand to it, and the legs are actually movable. It can also be removed. The tail is also rubberized, and you can actually position it in many different ways. Okay, so the head here, looking at it closely, has a number set of teeth to it. It's kind of jagged, and I'm really liking how it looks like. So the wings are also somewhat movable and can be twisted to make it actually stand, but I'm not gonna do that here because the paint is actually still fresh, and I might end up destroying the entire thing, so I don't want to do that. Okay, so but nonetheless, it is really playable, and it's really lightweight, and you can put on this type of stand to it and display it as such. If only I had time to make many of these, it would really look good in a diorama with several sauropods walking by. Alright, so that's it for the closer look of our Rhamphorhynchus. We can now move on with the size comparisons. And for the size comparisons, so we have here a Rhamphorhynchus on a stand, and here we have Usherback. So comparing it in terms of size, definitely it's kind of small and would actually be included in a minis collection, but since it is a pterosaur, we're considering it to be under the Extinct Bricks Wings collection. Okay, so comparing it in terms of size, you can see here that definitely a larger Rhamphorhynchus would be just around the correct size as this one. Okay, so let's move on with several size comparisons with some of my Extinct Bricks creations so far. Let us first start with a smaller one. So this is the Dimorphodon. So this Jurassic World, Time Cretaceous Jurassic World inspired Dimorphodon is also a smaller type of pterosaur, although it is quite larger than this Rhamphorhynchus, as you can see here. The wingspan of this Dimorphodon is definitely larger than that of the Rhamphorhynchus, as well as the size of the head and the overall length of the body. Next up, we have our Extinct Bricks Tapihara. So similar to this Rhamphorhynchus, this Tapihara is also based off from the Jurassic World Mattel line. Next up on our comparisons, this is the Shingapterus. Now, oh gosh, such a tongue twister, This pterosaur is actually a recent addition to the family of Extinct Bricks wings that we have, and you can see that it's definitely larger than this Rhamphorhynchus. Next up would be this colorful Trophiognathus. The Trophiognathus here is based off from the Jurassic World the game line. It has this really colorful turquoise wings with blue stripes to it, and a yellow beak. It also has this set of teeth on its beak, very similar to that of the Rhamphorhynchus that you have here. Okay, so let's move on to the next comparison. We now have our larger pterosaurs. This is the Hatzegopteryx. So the Hatzegopteryx here is a giraffe-like, pterosaur, and it's really large. You can actually eat probably ate the Rhamphorhynchus during its time. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. You tell me, guys. Okay, so since we started out from small to big, what could be larger than the Hatzegopteryx? Of course, here is our Extinct Bricks Firebeak Quetzalcoatlus. Now, this Quetzalcoatlus is actually based off from the 90s, Jurassic Park line of pterosaurs, the Firebeak. Okay, so let's move on with the species roll call here, and you have here all my pterosaurs, well, not all, but most of it. and it's such a a fun way of looking at it all together. So if you do have other suggestions of other pterosaurs that you'd like to see here on Extinct Bricks under Extinct Bricks Wings, then please don't forget to comment them down below. Who knows, I might actually be obliged to have those included, especially those with extraordinary crests or differently shaped heads. Also, Usher here would like to remind you guys that all of these are actually located in the Extinct Bricks playlist. I'll be also putting up several links to every one of these creatures so that you won't have to go through them one by one. Okay, so let's start off with the species roll call. Let's start with this one, the Extinct Bricks Rhamphorhynchus. This is the Extinct Bricks Hatzigopteryx. Extinct Bricks Patel Tapihara. This is the Extinct Bricks Jurassic Worldigate Tropeognathus. Extinct Bricks Camp Cretaceous Dimorphodon. This is the Extinct Bricks Jurassic Park Firebeak Quetzalcoatlus. And of course, the star of the show here, our Extinct Bricks Patel Rhamphorhynchus. And I hope you guys enjoyed this particular video. I enjoyed making this one, although it's a simple build for me and a simple custom, but yet it has to be included in my Extinct Bricks Wings collection. So far that's it, guys. I'll be leaving you with some short video clips and also some close-up photos of the Rhamphorhynchus. Again, thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video of mine. Also, since we're at it, please don't forget to watch our other channels and support them, The Adventures of Moira and Usher and EB Toy Universe. Please like their channel, support, watch their videos, and subscribe as well. And as we always would say, let your inner dino brick roar! Thanks everyone, and bye!